Hey, Chris, thanks for coming. Let's talk about your problem. You had determined that your problem is that there are too many engineering change orders. Currently, there are an average of 4 per day. Your goal was set at 1 or fewer per day. Since we met last, can you tell me what your causal analysis found?
Yes. We've done some great work. I think you'll be pleased. We found that 80% of the ECOs fell under 3 types: design errors, cost reduction, and manufacturability issues.
Great. So, what was the next step that you took after discovering these 3 issues?
Well, we looked into each one of these issues a bit deeper and found that most of the design errors could have been prevented because they were due to human error. We found that the manufacturability issues were easily caught by our manufacturing engineers as soon as they had a chance to look at the release drawings. And we found that the cost reductions were based on feedback from the materials group after they have had a chance to look at the drawings and bills of materials.
Wow. Awesome work. So, what was your next step after those groundbreaking discoveries?
After I explained my findings to the team, they were ready to implement some solutions. We brainstormed and then selected countermeasures to address these causes. Then, we assigned each countermeasure to a team member for implementation. I've completed my A3 here. I'm ready to move on to the next problem.
So what do you think? Is Chris really done with the problem-solving process?
I've gotta admit that I am impressed with his analysis to determine the causes, but you can't just implement countermeasures and say that your A3 is complete. First of all, each of the countermeasures should be tested. Then, after any adjustments have been made, the implementation and follow-up can happen utilizing PDCA. Implement, evaluate, or check to ensure that the countermeasure is working, make any adjustments, and then put in place ongoing monitoring. After that, he can move on to the next problem to be solved. I could say more, but let's just watch how Maria handles this situation.
Chris, I have a question. How do you know that these countermeasures will work?
Well, the team will find out when they implement them, I guess.
Is that really an adequate approach? Is that how PDCA works?
No. I guess I need to make some changes. How can we find out if these countermeasures work? I think we can test them on a limited basis and get some feedback from engineering, purchasing, and manufacturing. Then, we'll make adjustments and put them into place.
Now, that sounds more like PDCA. How about after you've implemented them? Anything more to do before closing out your A3?
Yes. Of course. We need to put in place ongoing monitoring. We'll track the change orders and make sure they don't start to creep up again.
Great thinking. Now, you've got the hang of it.